Sis, have you been worried about your future ability to pay your bills? Have you been looking for some guidance? What should I do? What can I do? Listen, with the threat of COVID 19 still lurking and the projections of cases continuing to rise, you are not alone. A lot of people have been impacted financially in one way or another by this pandemic. And we're wondering, what should we do? So let's talk about it. Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you are viewing this video. Welcome to BAM, a talk video series where we're talking about business, Bible, and money. And this week, we're going to be addressing some frequently asked money questions. So if you're catching this on the replay, go ahead and share this out, as well as type hashtag replay and let me know that you were here. If this information you found valuable, then share it out to your network. And also invite them to join our Smart Money Sisters group on Facebook. Just do a search for hashtag uh, Smart Money Sisters. And for those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Tisha D. Colston, financial influencer and coach for women. I show women how to achieve financial freedom so that you can create a life that you love to live. And I facilitate growth naturally and spiritually around money. That's right, Money. Tearing down the strongholds that we have around money and giving you the tools, the strategies, and the resources you need to make, manage, and multiply money. You can find me on the web at tishadcolston.com and you can check out our blog content. All of my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube is where you can find me. Just search for Tisha D. Colston. So let's get into today's BAM topic. I'm worried about paying my bills. What should I do? Listen, just for even without COVID, just in life in general, you never know when something's going to come up, like a job loss or a medical emergency. And those kinds of things upset the balance of your financial life. So, I was working for a Fortune 500 company, and I had a nice, cushy job, and I worked for them for a long time. And then, poop, email, meet us in the room. And we find out that the whole call center is relocating. And you have to now find a job within the company that's in the city, or we had these choices to move. And so, because I just didn't want to move because my children were still, my youngest were still in high school, and I didn't want to relocate them while they were in high school to go through that adjustment period. So, I chose to stay. And so, things like that happen all the time where one minute you're gainfully employed, and the next minute boop, email, let's meet in the room. Or some type of emergency comes up. COVID is a good example of medical emergencies that come up that really upset the balance of your life. My nephew, young, 20, how old is he, 22, 21, and he had a blood clot in his leg. And so one point we're thinking it's COVID because that's what they were saying, but it wasn't COVID. He just had a blood clot in his leg. And so these are the medical type things that can come up in our lives and our situations. And if you're already living paycheck to paycheck, before you get into those situations, life will happen no matter what. And I don't know if these situations will happen to you, but it's good to be prepared. So now is the time to adjust your spending or to take action to get yourself free from debt. Now, before you can do that, you have to figure out where to put your money. You need to know where your money is going and where it's been going. So sit down and write out all of your monthly bills and your debt payments and any necessary keyword spending that you have. You can use your online budget tools to help guide you through that process. Now, I just released a Bougie on a Budget, yes, 2021 spending planner. Listen, I just got them and I'm super, super excited because they look great. So, this is what it looks like. And in it, it has all that you need in order to help you with what I just said, weekly expense tracker. It's got, listen, it's very nicely done, if I might say so myself. You can create your vision board. You've got net worth sheets. You've got your credit sheets. You got your debt to income ratio. You got savings trackers. You got date payoff trackers. But also, what I like is that you can now make your financial strategies. Okay, so you can make your goals and your financial strategies, as well as what we just talked about. I'm trying to find it because it's it, which is your monthly budget. So writing that down, your spending, where are you spending your money at, so that you can keep track of it month at a glance, so that you can have your major expenses. And yes, shameless plug. I have um three different types of covers. So you can have this cover, and then this one, I love this one. This one's, I'm keeping this one. But I have more that you can get. And this one's similar to the other one. It's just the Bougie on a Budget is different there. But the insides are all the same, and they've got little decorations on them to help you organize your spending. Okay. Because that's what you need to do. So if you want to purchase one of these, this is the back, the Bougie Incubator. Okay. Yes. So if you want to purchase one of these, they're not very expensive. Just go to TishaDColston.com and tap on the shop link, and then scoop yours up, and you can do that today. You'll also get a diamond top pen with your purchase because, hey, it is Bougie on a Budget. Okay. So back to what you should do, which is use your online tools, use your paper tools. I do both, right? So use your paper tools like this, create your own. If you can't go and get these, create your own, downloadable ones where you can just print page by page. That's notes. That's your bougie notes. But you can print page by pages, and that you can do that. Or sis, just get you a piece of paper and start to write it down. Okay? Just get your piece of paper and write it down. Write down all of your monthly bills and all of your debt and anything that you must spend, okay? Because this is going to be what you have to do every single month. Now, there's a popular saying that says, pay yourself first. And so this is the next step. So that means that you set aside a portion of every paycheck to build an emergency fund that's going to cover 3 to 7 months of expenses. Now, if you listen to one of my videos from last week where I talked about why 7 months, because usually it's 6 months, but because Joseph had interpreted a dream from the Pharaoh, and it was about 7 months. I say store up 7 months. So work your way to an emergency that will cover 7 months of expenses. And then you'll set aside money for retirement. For some of you, that retirement may be a long ways off, but that's good, because if you prepare now, you won't have to, as if you had to put, $100 away versus putting $25 away, because you have a little bit longer of a time than, like, let's say myself, right? Okay, I'm on the other side of 50. So depending on where you are, start setting aside money for retirement. And then keep in mind that somebody say all luxury and unnecessary spending should happen only after your monthly obligations your monthly, I call them financial priorities, including your savings, have been satisfied. If you haven't met those, then you don't go purchase that nice purse or whatever, right? You have to satisfy your necessary monthly obligations, and I believe including your savings. So this is what's going to help you to have that cushion and reassure your mind, right, that you're going to be okay if financial impacts or if things happen that could financially impact the balance of your bank account. Okay. So one of the biggest impacts that you can make on your budget is reducing or eliminating your debt. Add up all your debts. See how much you owe. I mean, the monthly payments, how much is it all together that I owe every month on debt? How much are the balances that I owe every month, or overall on this debt? Because the debts with the highest interest rates cost the most amount of money. One strategy is to pay those off first. So just be sure to make at least the minimum monthly payments on every other account so you can keep your credit up, okay? You don't have people calling your phone. You keep your monthly payment credits up, but then with money that you have left, you will take and put that towards your highest interest rates so that you can pay that off. That is one way to do it. For those of us, and what I did was because I like to see things accomplished. So when I was getting out of debt, I tackled my smallest bills first. So that's another way to do it. The interest rates, but my mind needed to see something done. The ones with the lowest interest rate had higher balances, but the ones with the higher interest rates, or with the lower interest rates, or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember the interest rates. I didn't actually even think about it this way. I just said, oh, there were balances, and I just went for what I could pay off the quickest, and so I could see um, some movement happening in my debt payoff strategy, and that worked for me. So whichever way it works for you, what's most important is that you do it, right? Then once you've slayed, if we're talking about the highest interest rate again, once you've slayed that, right, then you can take the portion of your monthly budget that you are applying and you take that and you put it towards you. You don't just eat that away or whatever. You take that and you apply it to your next bill. And then, or if you're paying, if you're doing the other strategy, you can then now take whatever you're not paying, you take that and apply it to the next one. Okay. So that way you will get to that last debt and knock it out. By the time you get there, you will have freed up enough money to knock it out faster than you ever thought that you could. If you've already cut your luxuries and you still don't have enough to make ends meet or to save or to pay off debt, I get that. Here's what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to boost your income. There's no way around it. You're going to need to boost your income. So there are a number of different ways that you can do that, from going to get a second job. A lot of times the jobs now are online, so it makes it easier for you to do that. There's a couple different resources. If that's something that you're interested in that I could share with you, you can book a free strategy call with me. Just go to tishadcolson.com and we can talk about what you can do in order to boost your income. You can pick up a side gig, right? Maybe you can negotiate your salary. I just listened to a testimony from a sister who negotiated, she just started this job and she just negotiated an increase in her salary because it wasn't her business wasn't doing like it was supposed to be doing when she got there, and it was because of their system. But the point is, you have not because you asked not. So if you can do that, then go ahead and do that. Negotiate your pay. Pick up a side gig. Pick up pick up an entrepreneur thing that you can sell, or Just go get a job online. Okay. So no need to be anxious for nothing, okay? But in all things in prayer and supplication. So my final note would be to just seek the Lord on exactly the strategy in which you should take as far as paying off your debt and how to actually manage, and you can ask him to sit down with you, go through your budget, and he will help you to be realistic when it comes to your budget. He will help to really show you in your heart, in your mind's eye, exactly what it is that you need to do if you're willing and you're open to that. So that's all I have for you today. If you found this information valuable, again, share it out with your sisters, invite them to our Smart Money Sisters Facebook group, because there's where we partner with God to make, manage, and multiply money so that you can create a life that you love to live. So till we meet again, my sisters, the Lord bless you and the Lord keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you, be gracious unto you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. We'll see you soon.